I hope you all can hear me. This is my app called Your Opinion. Let me ensure that I'm streaming. Looks like my mic is working. Looks like I'm streaming. This is my Okay, looks like everything is good. So, okay guys, thank you for joining my stream, and what I'm showing you here, and also this stream is on YouTube. So what I'm showing you here is a microsauce that I created. And I created it with the assistance of coding and the AI, sorry, I created it with the assistance of AI coding. And the AI that I used, most credit goes to Claude Code. And your opinion is basically a social media for polling. So people have thoughts and they would like to share their thoughts and they would like to see what other people think. And this is a great way to share everyone to come together and share their thought process. For every new sign up, you get 5 free credits to create polls. Um, the subscription is strictly for creating polls. You don't need to subscribe in order to view polls and vote on polls. So you can view and vote on polls a gazillion times. It's free. But to create, after you use up your free credits to create polls, you just need $5 every month for unlimited poll creation. All right, and what is it like? Let's check out our examples page. And as you can see, you can create your questions, people will vote, and not only the poll owner, but the people who vote can see the results. So people can see, wow, 45% of the population agree with me that JavaScript is a really great programming language and it is my favorite. And we have different types of polls, and yeah, you can see the results. So, I want to talk about my experience using AI to create this product. Let me start from here at the beginning and play. Right. So, as I said, it's a social media polling platform. It helps users to see and engage, and it was built on top of Next.js, React, Tailwind. And I showed you the example already. So when I started working on this product, I started out using ChatGPT and DeepSeek. And these are really good for generating ideas, for debugging, and in my personal point of view, DeepSeek is better than ChatGPT to write code. So I would have asked ChatGPT to write a code and it does garbage. And I think it's because I'm using the free version, so it's like it's really dumbed down, but DeepSeek it writes code really well. ChatGPT is, however, better at debugging. So if I have a bug, ChatGPT will find the bug 9 out of 10 times and find it better than DeepSeek. But the coding experience that I where I'm developing a full product where I need the AI to know the entirety of the product. Claude Code gave the best experience and it's the most efficient. With ChatGPT or DeepSeek, unless you're paying a huge sum of money and you're using the free version, it's not going to help you with that. You run out of memory quickly. However, Claude Code is not the best experience, right? I don't think I'm going to resubscribe. I've made the SaaS already. I'm just going to by myself improve it. The reason why I would subscribe if I have an increase in cash flow, I'm willing to spend the $30, but while the experience is better than most other AI products, the constant session timeout gives a really poor experience. Unless Anthropic can fix that, where I can use Claude Code more frequently and for longer sessions, it's going to be very hard for me to consider to part ways with $30. If it's something I can do myself or do it for free in ChatGPT or DeepSeek, I'm going to choose that method. But session timeout is really annoying. But it did give the best experience out of all. So, for all of those developers who are scared that AI is going to take their jobs, it's not going to take your jobs anytime soon. First of all, I think all those companies that lay off and fire people because they want to replace them with AI, they have overcompensated and they're going to bite the dust for that because AI cannot replace a developer. It can amplify a developer. So maybe they are laying off as an optimization. It's like because of AI, we don't need 100 developers, we only need 50. Okay, in a case like that, that is true. Because when I use AI, I'm a developer. I'm a software engineer and a data analyst. And when I use AI to assist me, I feel like I'm 10 developers. Like I can do work, a lot of work, and I can do it very quickly. So AI does amplify me 100%. That's guaranteed. So I can say that it is a fact that if a company makes it a policy that its developers use AI to assist them in writing their code, then they won't need as much developers. That is true. So that would make the labor market shrink for developers. However, what is false is that AI can replace a developer. That is 100% false. From my observation, if you use AI by itself to just write the code with no human oversight, no human directing it, no human fixing the mistakes it's make, you're going to have a broken code. You're going to have a code that is sloppy. You're going to have a code that is risky, right? And me as a developer, that means a lot to me. I don't want to create a product and the code under the hood is garbage. At a certain point, the issues are going to catch up and the business won't be able to grow that you built around the product. So it's not a magic bullet and it's inconsistent. It's sometimes the AI touch code that it's not supposed to touch. You will create a code that is perfect and you tell the AI, okay, create this additional thing. And instead of just creating the additional thing, it goes and change the code that you didn't expect it to change. And that's one of the most annoying parts of AI. And AI doesn't organize code. If it's building a large code base, it doesn't organize it well. It duplicates code. It doesn't have the conscience to understand that it can create a shared type, a shared component, and share it across different other components. Despite those bad stuff about it, there are some good stuff. It creates an extremely fast workflow. Like, let's say building a sign up page. Why would you as a developer spend 1, 2 hours writing a sign up page, a sign up component by hand, right? Why would you spend 30 to 45 minutes looking for a sign up component template, bringing it into your project and customizing it? Those like common things, basic things, AI does extremely well. I just prompt it, build me a sign up page, and it builds one that's beautiful. And it builds it in like what, 5 minutes? Extremely, it turns 2 hour work into 5 minutes. It's extremely efficient. I built this project in around 30 days and by myself. I built it by myself, and in the same time, I think it would have taken 8 developers. AI somehow, I don't know how, but somehow AI is extremely good at styling. My styling use ShadCN, and ShadCN uses a lot of, and it uses a lot of Tailwind to style all my components. I didn't write a single Tailwind code, not one. I only modified a few because it generated a few components without the finger pointer cursor, and I went in and I add the classes for that. I did that manually. But 99.9% of the time, I did not do any styling. I did not touch any Tailwind styling, nothing. I didn't tell it which ShadCN component to use. It found the right one. It is flawless with styling. I just focus on guiding it and teaching it and telling it what to do to build the architecture, how the flow of the product work, and fixing errors and bugs. It did all the styling by itself. It does that very well. And this is an example of it editing my code, and this is what I like about Claude is like it will output some of the changes that it makes. So I'm watching the changes and if I see it's making a change that is stupid, I will just prompt it and say, hey, why are you doing that? That is stupid. Don't do that. And I like the fact that it gives a summary of what it did and what it needs to do next and stuff like that, and I can prompt it and so on and so forth. So I believe AI should assist. It excels at assisting, but it cannot replace a developer. These companies are telling you that AI can write code by itself are false. AI can assist an experienced developer in writing good, clean code, quick and fast, spotting errors, debugging quickly. AI can assist an experienced developer doing all of that, but it cannot replace a developer. You cannot. Would you trust AI to write a code to fly a plane, to write a code to drive a car by itself? No, it's dangerous. And AI is going to hallucinate. There are many times it hallucinates when it's writing my code. There's little small obvious bugs that it can fix, but the AI just hallucinates and doesn't know how to fix it, and it will just go in and start changing up good working code that's working already. You need an experienced developer using it as a tool. The AI cannot be the one in lead. So I don't support people who have no programming experience using AI to develop, because they don't know when the AI is spitting out garbage, right? You need an experienced developer using AI. They will know when the AI is spitting out garbage and correct it and fix it. So, yeah, lessons learned. AI is best used when you use it in small strides. All right, stripes there, but small strides, like building or fixing a small component, stuff like that. It excels when it just have one simple small thing to work on. But when you have a huge thing for it to work on, it's going to do a bad job. So if you're going to use it to do a large thing, make sure it's like a fleshing out kind of thing, or sorry, a skeleton type of thing, drafting a plan or something like that. Don't let it actually do the full workload. It's going to mess up. Always review and factor. I don't agree with the strategy that some people have, is like, okay, we're going to use AI. We don't have any coding experience, or we're not going to lead the AI. We're going to let the AI lead itself. And we're just going to use the AI to generate this project from start to finish. And then after we are making money, we hire developers to come in and fix. That's a bad strategy, because when I was halfway through my project and I start monitoring the code, and I realized the AI was doing a lot of sloppy mess, duplicating code here and here, and just having different version of the same type throughout the files. I realized that would be a nightmare for any developer to try to fix manually. So what I did was I stopped adding to the project. I redesigned, I designed manually the architecture, gave it to the AI and say, hey, you're creating garbage, refactor the code, do this. The AI did like 80% of the work, and then it starts to hallucinate, like it refactor the code and reorganize the code how I wanted it. And then after it starts hallucinating, I go in and I manually refactor the rest. I believe that as a developer use AI to develop the project, they must refactor after each prompt. So if the AI does something wrong, prompt it to refactor. If the AI can't refactor, it starts to hallucinate, go in and manually refactor. You don't want to build on top of garbage, build on top of garbage, build on top of garbage. That is a really, really bad idea. So let AI handle UI works, design works by itself. You don't even need to input it. You don't need to manually do anything. You just tell it what it wants. It does it really well somehow. Don't trust it blindly. Look at every change it made and approve it. You are a code reviewer for your AI. Every single change you made, you must review it and either approve it or reject it. And if the AI can't fix it when you reject it, you have to manually fix it yourself. That's the best way a developer uses AI to assist him in writing code. So AI is a powerful assistant, not a replacement. It can speed up development dramatically. Developers must stay in control to avoid messy, inconsistent code. Now, I'm going to show you my product that I made. So I have a sign-in page. in the production code, yeah, so you're gonna sign in with Google. It's the only sign in I have, but I'm not gonna use Google to sign in. Or I could use Google, yeah. I'll just use Google. So this is the local one on my machine. All right. So you can create private polls, and when you create private polls, only the persons that you add to the poll can view the poll and vote on it. Otherwise, you can make a public poll where anyone can view it and vote on it. Polls have an opening time when you can vote, and they have a closing time when it no longer accepts votes and you can see the results. Um, you can see a list of all the polls that you voted on. Let me show you this poll. Oh, I just spin up the server, so it's still like compiling and stuff. All right. So when the poll is closed, you can't vote, but you can hit the insights button and you can view on the poll, view various stuff on the poll. You can see the final results. You can even download it. You can download a picture, PDF, and you can look at various other things like table, charts, and so on and so forth. Am I signed in? Right. So let me show you how to create a poll. So you just hit the create button. What is your favorite food? You're required to add a hashtag, so that way people who are looking for certain types of polls can easily find your polls. If someone is looking for polls on food, they can search by the hashtag. They can also search by keywords in your question as well. Let's see, banana, orange, right? Pineapple. And if I want, I can allow multiple selection. You can select more than one. And you can add gifts. Or better yet, fruit. Since my choices are fruits. So you just copy and paste. And there we go. And if you don't set a date, the poll will be active immediately as you create it, and it will be active for 24 hours. And you can set it to public or you can set it to private, and you can look for the users that you want to add to it, and you can add them to make it a private poll. And you get a review before you publish the poll, and then you publish the poll. And when you publish the poll, you see it. You can check the insights if anyone voted as yet or stuff. You yourself can vote on the poll. So I actually love all these fruits. I like these two more than I like orange. I like orange, but not that much. right? So I can vote on the poll, right? So I voted on the poll and I see the results voted, and I can check the insight page. And as you can see, I voted on banana and pineapple. And now what I can do is I can share, and I can share this anywhere. I can share it on my socials like WhatsApp, right? Facebook, X, and you have a markdown version, you have an embedded version, and you just have like a link version, right? And you can share this link with anyone. So if a person is not signed in, or if person doesn't have an account, they can still view the poll, right? And you can see they go to the link, they can view it and see what it's about, and then they can just sign in and participate in the poll. All right. So yeah, this is a great way you can share it on all your social media. So like especially if you're someone who wants to know engagement, you want to know how people feel about a product or service or anything that you are providing, you can have a poll. If you're a streamer, you can have a poll link and people vote, and say you can create a poll for each stream and people vote whether or not they like the stream, and you see it and it's shared with everyone. So it's like a social thing. People who vote can see the results. You can see the votes. So it's not like a one-way thing. People vote, but they don't see the result. They don't know, right? They can see the results. But of course, the people who own the poll gets more features. They can download raw data, stuff like that. But you don't have to worry about privacy stuff because like it's private. People vote choices, right? Yeah. So that's the product basically. And it is in production now. Let me pause the stream one sec. So I had to pause the stream because I was signing to the production and I had some private polls that I sent to my wife. So you can make a private poll just for you and your spouse, a private poll for you and your friends. And ask them anything. Only you and the person who you add to the private poll can view the poll. So you can just go to yo.algodo.com and basically sign up. You don't need to pay any money. Um, for no money, you view unlimited polls, you vote in unlimited polls, and you see results, right? And once you sign up for the first time, you get 5 credits to create your own polls. You only need to pay if you want to create polls. And you get additional analytics. Additional analytics. You get analytics in the free version as well. You can download PNG in the free version as well. But in the paid version, you can download PDF as well as raw data if you want to do your own custom analytics on the data. You can share the polls anywhere, absolutely anywhere. And it has privacy features. You can turn off auto renew. You can cancel anytime. Yeah. your opinion, the social media of polling. Give it a try. Doesn't hurt. 5 free credits when you sign up. Doesn't hurt. Share your polls. It will always be there forever. Share your polls and so on. People will see the results. You can have private polls for you and your close ones or friends, your coworkers. Yeah, go ahead. Give it a try. Well then, thank you for tuning in to this stream and do have a great day.